it's kind of crazy to me how normalized in the last 5 years that layoffs have become. Like, it's not like a normal thing. That's not like supposed to just be a normal part of a business where like every 6 months they're just like, hey, we're going through another round of layoffs. And you're just like, all right, is this business failing? And they're just like, nah, we're doing great. It's like crazy to me the amount, like pretty much every business is having layoffs or has had layoffs recently. That's not supposed to be the way that it is. Like, and I feel like we all just at this point have gotten to the point where we're just like, oh yeah, layoffs, layoffs. It's not normal. And it's really sad to me how there's just absolutely no human utility left. It's like they go through these layoffs and it's literally the same as them just deleting numbers off of a spreadsheet. Like they feel like nothing. They can't even have honest conversations with you because they're so concerned about like the HR and PR and legal aspect of it that like you try to go into these conversations and be like, all right, can you just tell me what the hell's going on? And they're just like, beep boop, HR jargon. Like, it's not, this isn't the way that business is supposed to.
So layoffs are happening. Layoffs are happening everywhere, you guys. I'm not sure if you guys know, but actually Starbucks is closing down, I believe, like 500 of its stores across America. And layoffs are happening everywhere. There is a rhyme and there is a reason to it. My household was affected by layoffs. So I feel everything that these people are saying. I feel it. But you know what? I also have some key pointers that I can give everyone that may be going through a layoff. The best thing that I can do, I will do it in this video. I will try my best, at least that is. But you guys, we're going to dive into this one. Mass layoffs. A lot of people are getting laid off in 2025. It's sad to hear, sad to see. But it is the way of life at this moment. You guys, make sure you drop a like on this video, hit the subscribe button. I am getting so close to one of my goals on YouTube, so I'll appreciate it if we can hit that subscribe button and the like button. Let's keep going.
I got laid off from my corporate job yesterday. And I think that this is the reality for a lot of Americans right now, and it needs to be shared because America is not doing well right now. We have a 94% prediction rate that the recession's gonna come, but yet our frickin' administration hasn't even made the move to actually say that a recession's coming. And let's actually call it what it is, a depression. People can't afford groceries, they can't afford rent, they can't afford buying houses, they can't afford having babies, they can't afford having the kids in general if they already have them. We are not in a good spot, y'all. I know that I'm just a number in a company, but I thought I was okay. You're going to think that you're okay because you've worked there for so long or you have the right experience. Like, you guys, I have an undergraduate in marketing, a master's in business, 6 years of paid social media experience, both on a strategist and manager level. I have done people management for at least 3 years. I'm a senior level in my career. And yet, when I was hired to do a senior level role, I was forced into entry level positions. I was doing entry-level work as a senior-level strategist, all while at the same time being asked to reduce my workload with AI, and our team was having layoffs every like 3 months. I should have seen it coming. I really should have. But the thing is that it was not something that I saw coming, because the day before that they laid me off, I was literally talking coverage plans with another employee who was going on leave for like months. How am I supposed to sit there and not think that I'm safe in that moment? I just think it's absolutely ridiculous that we live in a world like this where like my manager wasn't even the one that fired me, by the way, or laid me off. It was frickin' HR, and they read off a script, but my whole team got laid off. And this is the reality for a lot of Americans right now. My partner is a first responder, so I'm very lucky for the fact that I can be leaning on him for support right now, because luckily his job is secure, thanks to the fact that number one, his job is essential, and number two, he has a union behind him. What I will never understand is why corporate agencies have not unionized. We're not allowed, right? We're not allowed. That's part of it. We'll get fired because at least in this corporate world, they're always gonna side on the side of business because that's what's making the government money. This world right now is not supporting people. It is supporting business. You are just a number, unfortunately. So please prepare yourself for shit like this. I wish I would have. I wish I'd been applying to other jobs months ago. I just was so dumb to not realize the signs. I want to talk about it. I think people need to talk about it. I think we need to make this more public. We all saw the jobs report. It was awful. Getting laid off on the day that the jobs report goes out, and it's 22,000 instead of 75,000 new jobs. You know how discouraging that is? If you know of anything in the marketing space, let me know. Use my comments as a way in which to maybe trauma dump. I don't care, vent. I'm here for you guys. I can't believe this. And I'm really sorry if you're going through this too. Here for you.
Yesterday, my company had the largest layoffs that they've done in a really long time, and it was actually one of the scariest things I've had to witness in a work setting. I never thought that I would see so many people laid off from their job at once. All morning, I just kept seeing people from my team just gone, gone, gone. And I got phone calls from friends saying that they were gone too. I'm thankful that I still have my job, but still a lot of things for me in this position, I find a lot of fulfillment in it because of the people that I've met and because I know that my career path can be kind of paved by the mentorship around me, and seeing that mentorship gone is really demotivating. And I feel like right now I should be motivated to work and motivated to do better because I know that my job is always on the line actually. But in reality, I'm actually really demotivated, and I actually really feel for the people that lost their job. And I kind of just realized, you're just a number to these large corporate companies. No matter how good of a person you are, they don't know you. They literally don't know you. They don't know what you do on a daily basis. It's all about numbers. And it's just kind of sad to think about it like that. It seems like inhumane, and I wish things were more moralized, but at the end of the day, it's money, it's revenue, it's numbers on a board. It's not really what comes down to you or your personality or who you are or anything like that. As inhumane as the workforce is, you have to become humane when it comes to finding a job. You have to talk to people, you have to network, you have to be open to advice, you have to do all those things. And if you're not, then it's going to be really hard to find a job. But anyways, I have to work now. Peace and love.
So yeah, I mean that's corporate America. That corporate America doesn't care about you. They just don't. They don't care about you. They care about revenue. They care about overhead. They care about what they can save and what corner they can cut to save it. That's what they care about, you guys. I've been laid off. You've probably been laid off at a point in time in life. That's what they care about. We need to disconnect or detach our emotions and feelings from our jobs and do the job as sound and profound as we can and go home. My key point, though, you guys, is if your job or your position or a memo comes out that AI is approaching, we're integrating AI into our systems, you better start packing your bags. You better start looking for a job, because once they integrate that, that is the quickest and fastest way for you to lose your job.
From being laid off to finally being employed, why do I still feel unstable? I thought, okay, I finally got a job. I feel safe now. I really don't. It's scary. Finally getting a job and knowing that at any moment you can get laid off again. I don't know. Is that PTSD? I really don't know. But it's taken a toll on me for these past couple of weeks. For me, what's really important is having a sense of safety, right? And you'd think, okay, full-time job, benefits, insurance, this, that, I'm safe. I don't feel safe. And in no way do I want to sound ungrateful or sound like, I know others may watch this and be like, well, at least you have a job. That's very true. And I am grateful to be where I'm at right now. But I just feel like I've been in survival mode for so long that even in a quote unquote safe environment, I don't feel safe. And in reality, I'm not. No one is. No one is safe unless you have your own business where, you don't have to have the fear of, being laid off or someone firing you or anything like that. You're making your own income, then that right there is a level of safety. But even that, guys, I don't know. Me being 26 years old, no kids. Like, I can't even imagine having a kid or two, or having some kind of big responsibility to take care of something else or someone else at this time. I don't know how some of you do it, but it's just, and I've been on a journey to try to like regulate my nervous system, but it's been very difficult. Is anyone feeling like this too?
I really be trying to be as positive as possible so I don't cancel my subscription to the earthly plane. But it gets to a point. It really just gets to a fucking point. To say I am mentally drained, exhausted, tired, over it, it's not enough. It doesn't do it justice. I'm losing my mind. At the beginning of this year, I started a new job. I just got let go from a job November 2024. Started a new job January 2025. I had a plan for myself this year that at the start of this year I thought was going pretty well. The job actually turned out to be, at first I thought it was some bullshit. It turned out to be okay. It was a sales job. Did really well. You know, January, February, March. Between February and March, I made $13,000. And I know a lot of people fake rich on the internet, but that was good money for me. I was satisfied with that. Okay, cool. I had plans, a full plan, plans for a full life overhaul. I'm going to change my mindset. I'm going to change my body. I'm going to get my finances in order. And it seemed like it was going really well for a while. And I'm the type of person, just how my life is and how it's been, I know shit don't last forever. I said, if I could just make it to the end of this year, making this amount of money, I'll be good. I'm 29. I'm turning 30 at the end of this month. I was like, I'll be able to afford a great trip for myself for my 30th birthday. Like, shit is going to be good. April comes around, not doing as good as I was the previous 3 months. They dropped me like that fucking habit. Okay, cool, great. Did not find new employment until literally just yesterday. To call it a pay cut would be an egregious understatement. Like, it's not a pay cut. It's a fucking life cut. Like, this shit is a joke. Like, it's a joke. But I need some type of money coming in. This shit is not going to be sustainable. Like, it's not even enough money to, like, I'm tired. I don't know what to do. I mean, not even post this. This is not even like me. I'm just so frustrated. I don't know. I just need a vent. Like, this is such bullshit. Like, I'm so tired of all this. And even when shit is going good, like, okay, let's say I do find a job that, you know, pays me a little bit more. The mental stress of these jobs, because even when I was at the job where I was making good money, that shit was indeed stressing me the out. Like, just trying to make sure I sustain it and do well enough to not be fired, which ended up happening in the end ways, of course. The mental stress of these jobs is just too fucking much. I can't do it anymore. This shit is so. What are we gonna do, y'all? Like, what the f are you gonna do? Nothing. We're just gonna keep going to these jobs like a bunch of dicks, and the world's gonna keep going, and we're all still gonna be in our cars venting and complaining. Like, I don't. In the long run, I know the corporate route is just not for me. It's not sustainable. I can't even tell you how many jobs I've been let go from due to looking uninterested or spaced out. When you have HD, like, I don't think, like, people joke about, oh, and like think it's cute. That shit literally has been such a detriment to the overall quality of my life. Like, it's ridiculous. But even people who don't have it, it's like these jobs are just soul sucking. Like, nobody wants to do this shit forever. And I've tried online businesses and this and that, and of course I'm just gonna keep fucking trying, because I know at the end of the day, being at a fucking call center or working in corporate, like, that shit is not, it's not sustainable for me. If I start selling t-shirts, y'all don't buy them. Like, what's up? Like, I need to, something's gotta give. I don't.
So I see a problem and a trend with a lot of these people. I see a problem, right? And this is a problem that only stemmed up and started up within the last 4 to 5 years. And that is, people are so sucked into social media. They're sucked into so many other people's lives. They're sucked into this glorified misrepresentation of reality. They are. They think that they can just be successful on the internet. They could just drop videos, make thousands of dollars, and life will just be great. That is not reality.
I mean, there was no point to this video. I just don't even, I just need to get this out. How are y'all doing? What's up with y'all? How y'all feeling? Okay, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Honestly, that's my same thoughts. Like, going through layoffs, like this present job market where it's like there's like massive layoffs of people. It's really numbers. We get it. Like, it's really numbers. We get it. Like, it's business at the end of the day. really puts you in this type of like, you know, fight or flight mode. Like you're not relaxed, you're not at peace at your job, you don't feel any job security, you're constantly scared within your heart, like maybe you might lose this job, you might lose at the end of the day. But it's like very, very sad that these cuts are happening.
I got laid off yesterday and I'm literally shaking talking about this. I really debated whether or not I was going to even post about this, and I decided ultimately that this was probably a journey that I should share with you guys, especially because of the macroeconomic environment right now. There are a lot of layoffs happening, so if you have gone through a layoff recently, I'm right there with you. Majority of yesterday to obviously process what had happened, especially because it came out of nowhere. Absolutely no warning was provided. A meeting was just put on my calendar the day of for 3:30, and my manager and HR hopped on the call and they literally said, "We're gonna have to let you go. We're tightening some things up." Surprisingly, I did not cry. It was obviously very disappointing, but honestly, I had felt like I was not in the right place for the majority of the past year that I had been in this job, but I had been pretty much trying to force it, and I think the universe was definitely just saying, "Grace, it is time for you to move on." I also definitely had an identity crisis. If you guys know me, you know that I take a lot of pride and joy in my ability to be a really hard worker and a good worker as well. In the company that I was at previous to this company, I was a top performer. I literally closed 100% of my deals. Like, a big part of my identity, it does lie in being really good at my job. And I'm realizing that that's probably something that I should work to take out of my identity, because at the end of the day, we are so much more than our jobs. There is a saying that basically says, if a flower is not blooming, you don't change the flower, you move the environment that it's in. And I think the reason that I'm able to take this so calmly is because I know that something really amazing is about to come my way. I think that if something similar has happened to you, it's really important right now for you not to take this personally. It is not your fault if a company is not able to effectively manage their finances or has overhired or any other issues that ultimately trickle down to you being let go from the company. And I think that this is an important lesson that all of us are learning this year, and I'm definitely seeing a trend in all types of employees taking a lot of ownership in maintaining work-life balance and making sure that their job doesn't take up a majority of their life, which I personally love. If you guys have been following me in the past 2 months, you know that I have been taking a lot of intentional action to make sure that I'm building a consistent and disciplined lifestyle that aligns with the type of woman that I want to be. And this was just another aligned action that I unfortunately was not expecting at all to come my way. But I guess now I can look at it as a pleasant surprise. When something like this happens in your life and it makes you feel like you have officially hit rock bottom, you have a pivotal choice to make in this type of moment. You have the ability and the freedom in this moment to make a choice that comes next that will put you either in the right direction that you're supposed to go or keep you stagnant. I know I'm personally taking the next few days to really reflect on what I want for the rest of my life and make sure that whatever opportunity I take next really aligns with what I know I'm supposed to do. I'm really excited to see what comes next. I actually already have a couple of opportunities lined up, which I'm super grateful for, but I definitely want to make sure that I'm making the right decision for whatever comes next, because this past decision that I made obviously was not the best one that I should have taken on, but we live and we learn, and I'm super excited because I feel like the world is my oyster at this point. Like, I have the freedom to be able to make a really, really important decision, and that's not something that I'm taking lightly in any way. I will be sharing about this process because I think that it helps to be able to share and be able to connect with people who are also going through it. So if you are also going through something like this, feel free to send me a message. Let's talk about it. I've been talking with so many people over the past day, and it has helped a lot. So if anything, make sure that you reach out to your support system and do not try to take on this alone. It is very important for you to be supported, especially during a time like this.
I am likely going to get in some trouble for this, but I'm going to go ahead and say this anyway. I caught a clip today from one of my favorite podcasts. I'll link them in the comments. They were chatting with a gentleman named John Lee, and he dropped a bomb. He called the return to office push a quiet layoff. Are you effing kidding me? That hit so hard. I mean, think about it. Think about it for a second. During COVID, many companies massively overhired. Now, instead of cutting loose the talent, they're quietly pressuring people back into offices under the guise of restoring culture. Here's the real kicker. 73% of companies will require employees to be back in the office 3 or more days a week by the end of 2025. That's nearly 3/4 of businesses turning attendance into a subtle form of downsizing with no official layoffs. Meanwhile, employees are reminded that remote, which, by the way, consistently drives up retention and productivity, is on its way out. Companies are reclaiming control of bodies, not necessarily delivering value. It's a strategic squeeze, not a refocus. This isn't about boosting performance. It's about trimming staff without triggering an HR mess. And if you're hearing more chatter about, oh, we're an in-office culture, than talking about your compensation, that, my friend, could be your warning. So if your company insists you're back 5 days a week, or they're dangling incentives for FaceTime, pause and ask, is this a culture reboot or a quiet exit strategy? So if you see through the haze, drop BS in the comments. Let's not go quietly on this one.
I just got laid off by Meta, and I spent the entire morning reading the separation agreement, trying to figure out if I could actually make this video.
So the young lady that was just talking, before he dives into his layoff from Meta, the young lady that was saying that, you know, companies are pushing the return to the office, right? So when COVID happened, you know, everybody got sent home. Even me, I have a full-blown home office at this point. I purchased a house. There's been a lot that has happened, right? So my job, they were, I mean, a year or two ago, maybe longer than that, they were on the, you know, oh, let's return back to work 3 days a week, 2 days a week. They were on that for a little while. And then they realized that it's just not going to work. It's more efficient to have people at home, right? It's you're losing a lot of the overhead because of corporate buildings that you are either renting or you purchased. And there was just no point when you can save all of that money. So that right there was a big eye opener, right? So this year, we normally get merit raises every year, performance raises, merit raises. You know how that goes. This year we didn't. And you know why? The CEO was extremely transparent, stating that I would rather you guys keep your jobs than provide you guys merit increases because of the tariffs.
Pretend I'm good and proceed. So I'll tell the story from the beginning. I got hired originally in 2019. That's 6 years ago, so I've been around. But the craziest part is I left the company of my own accord, not once, but twice. And both times Meta asked me to come back. Recruiter reached out to me a year ago, literally asked me to come back, no questions asked, no interviews, even gave me a signing bonus, which is crazy. So of course I came back. And fast forward 1 year, my manager messages me this morning, says, you should probably work from home today. I would strongly encourage it. I know, I'm getting laid off for sure. So she joins the call with HR on the dot, says one sentence, says you received a below expectations rating for your mid-year review and the company has terminated you. Crazy, drops the call, no other communications, cold as fuck. I'm not even mad about it. It's comical how many people, how much thrash there is in this company and what the company is doing. Like, the culture, of course, has gone downhill over the past 5 years. That's expected. But I think I've had like 7 managers over the course of 5 years, maybe. The manager that hired me back this time wasn't even my manager. He left the moment I joined the team to go somewhere else. We've hired like 5 people this year alone, like 2 people left. I was just talking to a new hire last week, and he was like, oh, there's so much thrash here. It's crazy. I'm not used to this level of thrash. Like, why are people always coming and going? The same day, our skip leaves. This week, I'm gone. I know for a fact there are still people on the team who are thinking about leaving. So it's actually crazy how anything gets done. Anyway, I'm unemployed. Probably will be for a while because I'm so done with tech.
Wow, Meta has a lot of thrash, a lot of people coming and going. That's insane, but it's not, because I've heard a lot of whistleblowers said how bad the company is to work for. A lot of people. I mean, the app is terrible to use. Nobody likes Facebook. Let's be honest. Nobody likes the MetaQuest. I own one. I'm not sure if it's behind me right now, but I own a MetaQuest 3. I don't like it. But you guys, that is also a huge red flag. I mean, tech is always a really good job. IT is always a really good job to be in. But with the level and scaling of AI, tech and IT is going to be irrelevant.